Welcome, everyone. Today, our topic is Lead Yourself First. Others will follow later. Many people want to lead others. They want respect. They want influence. They want followers. But they forget one important truth. You cannot lead others if you cannot lead yourself. Self-leadership comes before leadership. Discipline comes before authority. Character comes before influence. A person who cannot control their habits, their emotions, their time, and their actions can never truly lead anyone. Real leaders are not loud. They do not demand respect. They earn it silently. When you wake up on time, when you keep promises to yourself, when you stay disciplined without supervision, you are leading yourself. And when people see this consistency, they naturally start trusting you. They start respecting you. They start following you. Leadership does not begin with a title. It begins with responsibility. In this video, we will learn why self-leadership is the foundation of success, how leading yourself builds inner strength, and why others follow those who are disciplined, calm, and focused. If you want real influence in life, start with yourself. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Discipline is the first leadership skill. Before you can lead anyone else, you must learn to lead yourself. And self-leadership begins with discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what must be done even when you do not feel like doing it. This is the foundation of real leadership. Why discipline comes before leadership. Many people want respect. Many people want followers. But they do not control their own life. They wake up late. They break promises to themselves. They start things but do not finish. People notice this. No one follows a person who cannot control their own habits. When you lead yourself with discipline, others feel safe to follow you. Discipline builds self-respect. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your self-respect grows. Self-respect creates confidence. Confidence creates influence. Mentally strong people do not talk about discipline. They live it. They show up on time. They work consistently. They stay focused when no one is watching. This silent consistency is leadership in action. Leaders do not wait for motivation. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Leaders do not say, "I will do it when I feel motivated." They say, "This is my responsibility." Responsibility creates reliability. Reliability creates trust. People follow those they can depend on. Self-control is true power. Leadership is not about controlling others. It is about controlling yourself. Controlling your emotions, your time, your reactions, your habits. A person who reacts emotionally cannot lead calmly. A person who wastes time cannot guide others. Self-control creates authority. Discipline shows character. Character is revealed in private. What you do when no one is watching defines your leadership. Do you stay disciplined when it is hard? Do you continue when progress is slow? People may not see your effort immediately, but they feel its impact later. Strong character attracts followers naturally. Simple real-life example. Person A gives advice but lives without discipline. Person B speaks less but lives with discipline daily. People ignore person A. People respect person B. Same words, different leadership. Daily habits that build self-leadership. Leaders who lead themselves. Wake up on time. Finish what they start. Manage their time. Keep their word. Stay consistent. These habits look small, but they build strong leadership. Discipline first, followers later. Do not chase influence. Build discipline. Do not demand respect. Earn it. When people see that you can lead yourself, they trust you to lead others. Leadership begins inside you. Before you show others the way, you must walk it yourself. Discipline is not restriction. It is freedom. Lead yourself first. Others will follow later. Lesson 2. Emotional control creates strong leaders. A true leader is not the loudest person in the room. A true leader is the calmest. Before leading others, you must learn to control your emotions. Emotional control is not weakness. It is strength. Why emotional control matters in leadership. Life is full of pressure. People disagree. Problems appear suddenly. A leader who reacts emotionally creates fear and confusion. A leader who stays calm creates trust and stability. People follow calm energy. Emotions are normal. Reactions are a choice. Leaders feel emotions like everyone else. Anger, stress, disappointment, frustration. But they do not allow emotions to control their actions. They pause, they think, then they respond. This pause is leadership. Emotional reactions destroy authority. When you lose control emotionally, words become harsh. Decisions become poor. Respect is lost. People may listen out of fear, but they will not respect you. Strong leaders protect their emotional balance. Calmness builds trust. People trust leaders who remain steady under pressure. When things go wrong, people look at the leader. If the leader is calm, the team feels safe. If the leader panics, everyone panics. Calmness is contagious. Leaders respond. They do not react. Reaction is fast and emotional. Response is slow and thoughtful. Strong leaders choose response. They do not speak in anger. They do not decide in stress. They wait until the mind is clear. Clear mind, clear leadership. Emotional control shows maturity. Leadership requires maturity. Maturity means listening without interrupting, accepting criticism calmly, handling pressure quietly, staying respectful. These qualities attract respect. People follow maturity, not emotional chaos. Simple real-life example. Person A shouts during problems. People obey but fear him. Person B stays calm during problems. People respect and trust him. Fear creates distance. Calmness creates loyalty. Daily practices to build emotional control. Leaders who control emotions. Pause before speaking. Breathe during stress. Reflect before reacting. Stay silent when needed. These habits train the mind. Self-control is self-leadership. You cannot control others if you cannot control yourself. Emotional discipline is leadership discipline. Master your emotions, and people will naturally follow you. Leadership is not about power. It is about presence. A calm, controlled mind creates strong leadership. Lead your emotions first. Others will follow later. Lesson 3. Lead by example, not by words. Real leadership is not about telling people what to do. It is about showing people how to live. Words can inspire for a moment, but actions inspire for a lifetime. People do not follow what you say. They follow what you do. Why actions matter more than words. Anyone can give advice. Anyone can talk about discipline, focus, and hard work. But only a few people live it daily. When your actions match your words, people trust you. People respect you. People listen to you. When your actions do not match your words, people doubt you. People ignore you. People stop following. Leadership without action is empty. People watch you more than you think. Whether you realize it or not, people observe how you work, how you behave under pressure, how you treat others, how you handle failure. They learn silently from your behavior. A leader's life is a message. Leadership starts in daily habits. Leadership is built in small daily actions. Being punctual, being consistent, being honest, being prepared, being responsible. These habits may look ordinary, but they create extraordinary influence. People follow consistency. Do not preach what you do not practice. Nothing destroys leadership faster than hypocrisy. If you say, be disciplined but live carelessly, people will not take you seriously. Strong leaders never ask others to do what they refuse to do themselves. They go first. Leaders work when no one is watching. True leadership is private. What you do in silence builds public respect later. Leaders, work without applause. Improve without recognition. Stay disciplined without supervision. This quiet effort builds strong character. Your behavior sets the standard. As a leader, your behavior becomes the standard. If you stay calm, others stay calm. If you stay focused, others stay focused. If you stay disciplined, others follow discipline. Energy flows from the leader. Simple real-life example. Person A gives long speeches but avoids hard work. Person B speaks less but works consistently. People ignore person A. People follow person B. Same environment. Different example. Leading by example builds respect, not fear. Fear-based leadership creates obedience. Example-based leadership creates loyalty. People may obey fear, but they follow respect. Respect comes from integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing even when it is hard. How to practice this lesson daily? To lead by example. Do the work first. Stay disciplined publicly and privately. Admit mistakes. Keep improving yourself. Leadership begins with self-improvement. If you want others to be disciplined first. If you want others to be focused first. Lead yourself through action. Others will follow naturally. Lesson 4. Take responsibility before seeking authority. Many people want authority. They want power. They want to be in charge. But real leaders understand one truth. Responsibility comes before authority. If you cannot handle responsibility, you do not deserve authority. Why responsibility defines leadership? Leadership is not about control. It is about ownership. Taking responsibility means owning your actions, owning your mistakes, owning results, owning outcomes. Strong leaders do not blame others. They look inward first. Blame is a sign of weak leadership. When something goes wrong, weak leaders blame people. Strong leaders take responsibility. Blame protects ego. Responsibility builds trust. People trust leaders who take accountability. Responsibility builds credibility. When you say, "This is my mistake," people respect you. Owning mistakes shows courage. Leaders who take responsibility learn faster, improve quicker, gain loyalty. People feel safe around accountable leaders. Authority without responsibility fails. Authority without responsibility creates fear. People obey temporarily, but they do not trust. True authority is earned, not demanded. Responsibility earns authority naturally. Leaders fix problems, not find excuses. Excuses sound easy, but they destroy leadership. Strong leaders ask, "What can I do better?" They focus on solutions, not reasons. This mindset builds progress. Responsibility in daily life. Self-leaders take responsibility for time management, learning, discipline, growth. They do not wait for someone else to fix things. They lead from where they are. Simple real-life example. Person A complains about problems. People avoid him. Person B takes responsibility. People trust him. Same problem. Different leadership. Responsibility creates confidence. When you take responsibility, You feel in control. Control builds confidence. Confidence builds leadership. People follow confidence. How to practice this lesson daily. To build leadership. Admit mistakes early. Stop blaming others. Focus on solutions. Improve daily. Responsibility is a habit. Before you ask for authority, prove your responsibility. Leadership begins with ownership. Lead yourself first. Others will follow later. Lesson 5. Self-awareness makes you a natural leader. Before you can lead people, you must understand yourself. Self-awareness is knowing your strengths, your weaknesses, your emotions, your habits, your limits. Leaders who know themselves lead with clarity and confidence. Why self-awareness is the core of leadership. Many people try to lead without knowing who they are. This creates confusion. Self-aware leaders know what they are good at, know where they need to improve, know when to speak, know when to stay silent. This awareness creates balance. People trust leaders who understand themselves. Self-awareness prevents ego problems. Ego destroys leadership. Leaders without self-awareness get defensive easily, reject feedback, blame others, refuse to learn. Self-aware leaders do the opposite. They listen, they learn, they improve. Ego blocks growth. Awareness unlocks it. Knowing your emotional triggers. Every person has emotional triggers. Self-aware leaders know what makes them angry, what makes them impatient, what causes stress. Because they know these triggers, they control their reactions. This control builds respect. Self-awareness improves decision-making. Leaders make decisions every day. Without self-awareness, decisions are emotional. Decisions are rushed. Decisions are biased. With self-awareness, decisions are calm. Decisions are thoughtful. Decisions are fair. Clear decisions create strong leadership. Accepting weaknesses is strength. Strong leaders are not perfect. They are honest. Self-aware leaders say, "This is my weakness. I will improve." They do not hide flaws. They work on them. Honesty builds credibility. Self-awareness builds humility. Humility attracts followers. Self-aware leaders do not act superior. Do not seek praise. Do not dominate others. They stay grounded. People follow humility more than arrogance. Simple, real-life example. Person A thinks he knows everything. People avoid him. Person B accepts feedback and improves. People trust him. Same position, different awareness. Daily practices to build self-awareness. Leaders who grow practice. Self-reflection. Honest feedback, quiet thinking, learning from mistakes. Awareness grows with practice. Self-awareness creates authentic leadership. Authentic leaders are real. They are not fake. They do not pretend. They stay true. Authenticity creates deep respect. Leadership starts with knowing yourself. When you understand yourself clearly, you lead naturally. Self-awareness is not optional. It is essential. Lead yourself with awareness. Others will follow later. Lesson 6. Consistency and integrity. Create lasting leadership. Many people start strong. Very few people stay strong. The difference between temporary influence and lasting leadership is consistency and integrity. This is what makes people trust you for a long time. What is consistency in leadership? Consistency means you show up every day. You act the same in good times and bad times. You follow your values even when it is hard. Leaders are not respected for one good action. They are respected for repeated right actions. People follow what is predictable and reliable. Why consistency builds trust. Trust is not built in one day. When people see you, Staying disciplined, staying calm, staying honest, staying focused. Again and again, they start trusting you naturally. Trust is the foundation of leadership. What is integrity? Integrity means doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it costs you something. Integrity is alignment between words and actions. Strong leaders do not change values for convenience. Integrity is tested in difficult moments. Anyone can act right when life is easy. Integrity is tested when you can lie but choose truth. You can cheat but choose honesty. You can quit but choose responsibility. These silent decisions define leadership. People may not see everything, but they feel integrity. Why people follow leaders with integrity? People feel safe around leaders with integrity. They know this person is honest. This person is fair. This person is reliable. Safety creates loyalty. Loyalty creates influence. Consistency plus integrity equals strong character. Character is built daily. When you act with integrity consistently, character becomes strong. Reputation becomes solid. Leadership becomes natural. Strong character does not need promotion. It speaks for itself. Do not change yourself to please others. Weak leaders change behavior for approval. Strong leaders stay true to their values. Not everyone will like you. That is okay. Integrity is more important than popularity. People follow values, not people pleasers. Simple real-life example. Person A behaves differently every day. People feel confused. Person B stays honest and consistent. People trust him. Same skills, different leadership. How to practice consistency and integrity. Daily self-leaders. Keep promises. Follow routines. Speak truth calmly. Choose long-term respect over short-term comfort. Small daily actions build big leadership. Lasting leadership is quiet. Real leadership is not loud. It does not chase attention. It does not demand respect. It earns respect slowly, silently, and permanently. If you want to lead others, lead yourself first. Be disciplined. Control your emotions. Act with responsibility. Stay self-aware. Live with consistency and integrity. Do this long enough, and one day you will notice something powerful. You will not need to ask people to follow you. They will follow you naturally. Real leadership does not start with others. It starts with how you lead yourself every day. When you stay disciplined, calm, and consistent, people notice, even when you say nothing. If this video helped you, please like the video. Subscribe to the channel for more simple and powerful lessons on self-leadership, mindset, and personal growth. Lead yourself first. Others will follow later.